Consider this. If your sales and services pages aren't making you sales, they're actually costing you sales. Today on Brand for Good, I'll tell you the right way to make sure they're working for you.
Welcome to Brand for Good, the show for purpose-driven leaders who want to build timeless brands and create sustainable impact. I'm Lorraine Sugart, former PR and marketing executive turned founder of the disruptive agency Prosper for Purpose. I've worked with some of the world's most beloved brands, and I'm here to help you elevate your brand identity, visibility, influence, and impact. Are you ready to brand for good? Let's go.
Welcome back. In the last episode of Brand for Good, I covered the art and science of crafting high-converting homepage website copy. Today, I'm covering the right way to create your sales and services pages. If you're a service provider, your sales and services pages are essential tools for guiding your customers through their decision-making process. These pages are not just about presenting information, they're about persuading your visitors to take action. And if these pages are not working for you, they're unfortunately working against you. That's why I'm dedicating this episode to explaining how to organize and write content for these pages to drive more sales with actionable strategies tailored specifically for service providers, though much of what we'll discuss can be applied to product businesses as well. Let's start by discussing why well-crafted sales and services pages are so important. They are pivotal in guiding potential customers through their buying journey. A well-structured page can address your customers' concerns, answer their questions, and ultimately persuade them to take the next step, whether that's booking a service or making a purchase. For service providers, this is especially important. Unlike products where the benefits and features can often be easily understood at a glance, services can feel a bit more abstract. This means your sales and services pages need to be clear, compelling, and tailored to the specific needs of different types of buyers. Before we dive deeper, let's clarify the difference between a services page and a sales page. A services page typically serves as an overview of your services. It provides a snapshot of the various services you offer. It's meant to help your customers understand their options and decide which service is right for them. On the other hand, a sales page is more focused. It's dedicated to selling a single service or product, going in depth to persuade the visitor to make a purchase or book a consultation. So, when should you use a services page versus a sales page? I get asked this a lot. Generally, if you offer multiple services, you'll want a main services page that acts as a hub. This page should provide a brief overview of each service with clickable links that take the visitor to a more detailed page for that particular service. That dedicated page, then, is where you get more specific, explaining how the service works, what results the customer can expect, and why they should choose you. But whether that's a dedicated service page or a sales page they land on depends on a few factors. And even then, the line can be a bit blurry. Traditionally, a services page was an information page, just the facts. Over the past decade, however, that has changed as marketers have realized that information alone does not typically make the sale. Copywriters like me have taken our marketing skills and applied them to our services page with pretty good results. A persuasive services page contains much of the same information that a sales page does. So you've got a strong headline, a persuasive case that includes results, testimonials, pricing, and more importantly, why you're the best person to deliver this result to your prospective customer. Sales pages, on the other hand, use additional tactics. There are multiple calls to action, which are purchase buttons on that page. They include FAQs and also guarantees. The page itself often has a dedicated URL and takes the guest away from the main website without a map back. That means there's no top navigation and no bottom footer. The main objective of a sales page is to get the visitor to make the purchase before leaving the page. So you want to eliminate any and all distractions that might get in the way of a purchase. Sales pages are often longer than services pages as well. They're the old sales letter brought to digital life as a new and improved version. In my opinion, sales pages are great for consultations, VIP days, courses, programs, memberships, and digital products. Again, in my opinion, they're not great for done-for-you services. And if those done-for-you services are customized or customizable, with price being one of the variants, I would never use a sales page. Instead, I advise using services pages for these with a CTA of an email, like a click to email us, or a link to schedule a consultation. Now, let's talk more about how to organize your main services page effectively. The goal here is to make it easy for your visitors to find the information they need and to guide them to the right service for their needs. So, start with a clear, concise introduction that explains what you do and the services you offer. Then, list each service with a brief description and a clear, compelling call to action button. This button should link to a dedicated sales page or services page where the customer can learn more and take the next step. For example, if you're a marketing consultant, which I am, your services page might include sections like one-on-one consulting, done-for-you marketing campaigns, or workshops and training. Each section should include a short description of the service, who it's for, and what it helps the customer to achieve. Then you include a button like Learn More or Get Started that takes the visitor to the detailed sales or service page for that particular service. I like to write service headings with a benefit hook. So this is one of my tips. Let me explain. On my PR services page, I say public relations, and then underneath it'll say build mutually beneficial relationships. That states the benefit to the customer. In this case, it also educates them because building mutually beneficial relationships is actually the definition of public relations. So that's a little bit more of a hook, but it's also telling them what they're going to get from that service, almost like in a little teaser. So next, let's dive into crafting persuasive sales pages. These pages are where you can best measure the impact of your offer and how it's presented. Sales pages are your opportunity to convince the visitor that your service is exactly what they need. So start by understanding your customer for each service. This is really important because typically a business has multiple services. And because it does, it also has multiple types of buyers. For instance, someone who is interested in a one-on-one consultation might be in the early stages of their journey, while someone looking for a complete done-for-you service is likely further along and ready to make a significant investment. By tailoring your messaging to the customer's stage in their buying journey, you can provide them with the exact information they need to make a decision. For example, for a customer considering a one-on-one consultation, your sales page might focus on immediate benefits, quick wins, that type of thing. Meanwhile, for a more comprehensive service, you would want to emphasize long-term results, the depth of your expertise, and include some detailed case studies. Your sales page should include the following elements, and these are 8 elements. There could be more. If I went into a whole training on sales pages, we could get into a lot more detail, but go ahead and make a quick list of these if you're someplace you can. Sales pages, a benefit headline. So I want you to grab your visitors' attention by highlighting the primary benefit they will receive from your service. Next, an introduction. Provide a brief overview of what the service is and who it's for. How it works is number 3. Break down the process step by step. Make it easy for the customer to understand what they can expect. So if this is a program or a course, you might break down the modules here. Next, you go into more benefits. Clearly articulate the outcomes and the benefits the customer will gain from using your service or buying your program. Focus on the transformation they will experience. If you feel in this case to list more of what they get, and people love to list the details, you can turn those details, those little perks, into benefits by using my so what method. Let's say you offer templates. I might say, so what? And the so what would be so you can save time. Really simple and clear example, but think about that. Think about using the things that you're listing on your website, saying so what to each one and turning them into a benefit like I just did. Next, you'll want to include FAQs. So FAQs are a great way and a great section on a sales page to answer common questions to eliminate hesitation or concern. Do not do this on your services page because you want someone on your services page, a detailed services page, you want them to take that next step of reaching out to get a consultation with you. That's what the consultation is about. But on a sales page, you're most likely trying to get them to make the purchase before they leave. So you want to eliminate any objections they might have by answering those questions right there. Next, client testimonials. Include testimonials that speak directly to potential objections or doubts. If you offer a premium service, this is a good place to showcase testimonials that highlight the return of an investment or the unique value that your company specifically provided and why investing with you versus someone else was such a good idea. 7 is a strong call to action. So guide your visitor to the next step. Whether it's booking the consultation, again, you're not driving them to book a consultation if you've included FAQs on your sales page, you're driving them to make a sale. It's only when you're not using FAQs that a sales page might actually be used to guide them to book a call with you to learn more. Another strong consultation could be to register or to make a purchase. You can even use sales pages to offer free trainings and classes like that. So you have a sales page on why it's important for them to show up and give their time. And then you take them to a checkout page that's just their email. But you've also gone through this phase to all these steps to make it clear why they should invest their time, which we know is the most important resource we have. And then finally, on a sales page, but not a services page, you'll want to give a guarantee. So guarantees are great for ongoing programs, courses, memberships, digital products, things like that. A guarantee can be as simple as offering 2 weeks to change their mind and receive a full refund, or after 30 days, potentially receiving a partial refund. Things like that take like that final hesitation, that final risk away. Most experts do not offer a money-back guarantee, nor do I advise one on done-for-you services, which is another reason not to use traditional sales pages there. All right, so hopefully at this point you understand the nuanced differences between a sales page and a dedicated services page, and you understand what to put on your main services page so that you can direct your viewers to the right pages to learn more and either reach out to you for a consultation or make the purchase directly from the sales page. Now I want to circle back to understanding your customer at each phase of their buying journey. I've touched on this a few times already. Marketers talk a lot about knowing your customer, but many of us have more than one. And understanding this is essential to crafting effective sales and services pages. So an example again is a customer looking for an entry-level service like a consultation may need more reassurance and education. They might have questions like, what will I get out of this consultation? Is it worth my time? On the other hand, a customer interested in a more comprehensive, done-for-you service is likely more informed and ready to invest. They're looking for specifics about the process, the results they can expect, and how you stand out from your competition. So they're ready to buy. They just want to know if you're the person they should invest with. By addressing these different needs directly, you can build trust and make it easier for customers to move forward with confidence. Now that you're putting all these moves into play, I want to touch on the importance of tracking the performance of your sales and services pages. By monitoring key metrics such as conversion rates, bounce rates, and time spent on the page, you can gain valuable insights into what's working and what isn't. This data allows you to make informed decisions and continuously improve your pages to drive better results. So, what conversion rate should you expect? This can vary widely depending on your industry and the specifics of your offer. A good benchmark for service pages is a conversion rate of 2 to 5%. Right. So for every 100 people that visits that page, you can expect between 2 and 5 of them to convert. Now, some people, this will be cold traffic, and if they've seen your offer in a social media post or something that is brand new, this is the first time they're seeing it, maybe even hearing about you, then you can expect a conversion rate of closer to 1 to 3%. But if they've seen your message or if they're on your email list and they actually go to your services page, you can expect a conversion rate of between 2 to 5%, basically 2 to 5 people for every 100 people who land there. If your conversion rate is lower than this, then you want to revisit your copy, your call to action, the layout of your page, or possibly even your offer. So we'll do another episode on how to know what's not working, but these are things that you want to be paying attention to. I like to, and for our clients, we run a spreadsheet of Google Analytics each month. So what are the analytics? Who's landing on what pages? What are they doing? So you can see if you have a dedicated sales page, for example, how many people landed on that sales page over the next month and then over the past month, and how many people converted. And then you can get your conversion rate. Okay, my final piece of advice for today is to keep your visitors engaged. Your sales and services pages should be easy to read and also visually appealing. So to do that, you want to break up long blocks of text. No one wants to read long blocks of copy. You want to keep their eyes moving using bullet points, subheadings, and images to break up your copy and make it easier to digest and remember. The goal is to keep the visitor moving down the page so they get and consume as much of the content as possible and ultimately take action. I'll dedicate a future episode to this, but for now, know that the layout of your page matters. Take a look at some of your favorite websites and you'll see what I mean. Remember, your sales and services pages are more than just informational. They're conversion tools that can significantly impact your business's success. By understanding your customers, organizing your content effectively, and crafting persuasive copy, you can create pages that not only inform, but also convert. If you're ready to implement these strategies, or if you'd like some help refining your pages, Prosper for Purpose is ready to help. Email us at connect@prosperforpurpose.com to learn more about how we can help you create high-converting sales and services pages.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Brand for Good show. If you like what you heard, please hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode, and leave a review so other purpose-driven leaders can find this valuable content. To learn more about building a brand for good, please visit prosperforpurpose.com for more resources and information on all the ways you can work with us.